Welcome to Ashes to Ascension Hypnotherapy. I'm Michelle, a certified hypnotherapist. I create guided hypnotherapy sessions to help you relax deeply, release emotional patterns, and connect with your inner strength and peace. Please remember, this is a relaxation and personal development session designed for wellness, not a replacement for professional care or advice. For your safety, listen only when you're in a quiet, comfortable place. Never while driving, operating heavy machinery, or doing anything that requires your full attention. If you'd like a customized one-on-one session for your own goals, you can schedule it at the link below. Now take a deep breath in, hold it, and as you release, feel all of the tension begin to leave your body. And now we will begin. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and let it drift out through your mouth. Again, inhale easily and exhale even more slowly. Each breath teaches your body what it already knows, how to settle down, how to remember stillness. It can be interesting to notice how awareness moves first to the air around you, then to the space inside you. Sometimes you know where your breath begins. Sometimes you simply feel it happening. And as you keep noticing the distinction between breathing in and breathing out starts to blur, perhaps you're aware of the weight of your body resting where it is. The surface supports you completely. You can imagine that support extending downward beneath the floor, beneath the ground, until the earth itself agrees to hold you, feeling grounded. That agreement lets the muscles across your shoulders loosen and drift. You don't command relaxation, you allow it. Allowing is a form of strength, quiet, effortless, assured. Every cell in your body understands permission far better than effort. With each deep breath in, you find yourself going deeper and deeper, more and more relaxed. Your thoughts may wander. You may wonder whether the next thought will carry you deeper or lighter. And as that wondering happens, both options cooperate, each leading further and further inward. Sounds around you may fade, return, or change direction. A sound on the left might appear on the right. A distant hum might move closer and then disappear. It doesn't matter which way anything moves, because every change simply reminds you that you are staying still. Now bring your attention to the crown of your head. A soft wave of warmth flows down your scalp, through your forehead, around your eyes. Behind each eyelid, tiny muscles smooth out as though someone gently erased tension from them. The warmth moves through your cheeks and your jaw. The tongue rests easily. Your breath opens for air to flow without effort. The same warmth glides down your neck and your shoulders. It might swirl, it might pour, it might pulse. Whatever it does is exactly right. Arms grow heavy, yet light at the same time. Heavy with rest, light with release. Hands lie open, fingers calm, palms facing peace. Notice the rhythm of your chest rising and falling. With every exhale, something unneeded leaves quietly. With every inhale, something steady returns. The warmth spreads through your ribs, your abdomen, your hips, even the small muscles along the spine unwind in sequence, no rush, just a chain of relief. The wave reaches your thighs, knees, calves, ankles, and finally the soles of your feet. All that remains is a sense of floating while staying anchored. You may find yourself imagining a faint shimmer of light before you, perhaps gold, perhaps silver, perhaps a color that exists only for you. The light invites curiosity, and curiosity invites comfort. Step, or simply think of stepping into that light. It expands around you until the room dissolves. Now you're standing on a path that slopes gently downward through tall, tall grass. The air feels cooler, thinner, easier to breathe. Each step forward releases something heavy that you carried without even realizing. You notice distant shapes ahead, mountains, silent and blue, at their peaks, green near their roots. Between them lies a little lake, perfectly smooth, reflecting everything without judgment. As you approach, the path softens underfoot. Soil turns to sand, sand to cool stone. The scent of clean water and pine drifts through the air. You walk closer and closer until you can see your reflection in the surface. It wavers slightly, two images meeting and merging. One is the version of you that has always been strong. The version of you that oftentimes has felt the need to wear a mask. The other version is the version that can finally rest in its own authenticity. And somehow, both are loved. Kneel or sit by the edge of the lake. Touch the water with your fingertips. Ripples move outward in circles, touching every mountain, every tree, and returning to you as calm. Each ripple carries away the last layer of tension from your body, making you more and more relaxed. It feels as if the lake itself exhales for you. A gentle breeze passes your face. It might whisper, it might hum. Perhaps it even speaks in words you can't quite catch. You don't have to understand. Your body already does. It says, you are safe. You are here. You can release now. Let the breeze travel through your hair, down the back of your neck, across your shoulders. It carries fragments of memory, small pieces of pressure, old expectations, and drops them into the water where they dissolve like salt. Somewhere in the distance, the sun begins to lower behind the ridges. The sky turns amber, rose, then indigo. Reflections stretch and fade until the lake becomes a mirror for twilight itself. Every color you see adds another layer of calm. You may feel time bending slightly, as though minutes and hours rearrange themselves to your rhythm. That's because relaxation changes the way time behaves. You wonder how much deeper you could go when an elevator appears. As you breathe, imagine the lake expanding until it becomes a part of you. Soon, a doorway to that old elevator will appear beside the lake. An old elevator framed in wood and iron, leaning downward into the deeper levels of your subconscious mind. But before you step through, take one more look at the water. Let the gratitude rise quietly. Gratitude for what you've learned, for what you're about to release, for the courage it takes to continue. When you step inside, the air in the elevator feels still and welcoming. A panel of buttons gleams softly, numbered from 10 to 1. Every number represents a level of peace already inside you, waiting to be remembered. You press the button for 10, or for 1. A quiet bell rings. The doors close without hurry. A gentle motion begins, just a sense of drifting downward, deeper and deeper. Ten. Everything that once felt heavy now becomes learning. 9. Deeper and deeper. 8. More and more relaxed. 7. Every exhale sends calm through your chest and your shoulders. 6. Gravity itself seems to carry you instead of pulling you. 5. Halfway down now, perfectly safe, perfectly steady. 4. Peace expanding. 3. Clarity unfolding. 2. Comfort flowing through every cell. 1. Complete rest. The doors open into a wide chamber of soft light and quiet air. You step out and feel your feet on smooth stone, cool and grounding. As you breathe, the chamber begins to fade into comfortable darkness. Your last conscious thought is simple and strong. Every breath I take strengthens calm. Every heartbeat confirms safety. You step into the quiet hall of light. Across from you sits the presence of your father, or energy that carried his choices, his silences, his best attempts. You meet that presence without shrinking. You have earned the right to stand here. Take a slow, deep breath in. This moment is for truth, not for blame. You speak to your father. There were times you were far away, even when you were in the room. You taught responsibility, but I needed connection. I wanted to know what pride in me looked like on your face. I looked up for guidance and found distance. Each sentence releases pressure that has lived in your chest for years. You're not accusing, you're acknowledging. And acknowledgement itself is growth. Now speak from the strength you've built since then. The man still learning, still rising. I used to hide emotion behind control, and now I'm learning that presence is greater than control. I used to believe strength meant silence. Now I know strength can speak with compassion. I'm still discovering how to trust myself, how to lead from calm instead of armor and chaos. These words don't erase the past, they transform it. They show that real evolution begins when a man decides to know himself fully. The figure across from you listens quietly. You sense understanding, maybe even admiration, and you realize he too was shaped by his own lessons, his own unspoken fears. What he couldn't express became your invitation to grow. Let that understanding settle through your body like warm sunlight. Say inwardly, I honor where I came from, and I choose who I become. I'm doing the inner work to lead with clarity, patience, and heart. Every insight I gain makes me a stronger man, not a weaker one. The air brightens, the father energy dissolves into a golden glow that fills your chest. It leaves behind only what serves you. Discipline with kindness, focus with empathy, direction with peace. Place a hand over your heart. Breathe in and feel that blend of steady power and ease. Each breath reminds you that improvement isn't correction, it's evolution. You are never less than enough. You are simply becoming more complete. The hall opens inward into light. You walk forward supported by everything you've learned and everything you're still discovering. Each step affirms growth is strength, awareness is mastery, love is leadership. And as the light expands around you, you allow yourself to rest in that truth. Calm, confident, becoming even better through every breath you take. The light around you widens until the hall becomes an open field. Evening sky, blue fading to silver. You sense movement behind you, steady footsteps on the earth. You turn and see men emerging from the horizon. Fathers, grandfathers, great-grandfathers, and those whose names you never learned. Some wear work-worn hands, some wear uniforms, some carry the quiet of whole eras. They form a wide circle around you. Every pair of eyes holds the same question. What did I pass forward? What generational bondage can you break? What can you change? You stand tall in the center. No one demands an apology. This is not judgment. It's recognition. You speak first. I see the discipline you built through hardship. I see the courage that kept our family alive. I also see the walls you built when tenderness felt unsafe. Heads nod. The wind carries understanding through the circle. You continue. I carry your strength, but I release your silence. I honor your sacrifice, but I choose peace where you had to fight. The chain ends in love and begins again in awareness. One by one, the men place a hand over their hearts, then lift that hand toward you. Golden threads of light connect palm to palm, hundreds of lines merging into one current that flows through your chest. It doesn't weigh you down, it lifts you up. In that current, you feel every generation exhale. They've waited for someone to stand exactly where you are, strong enough to see the pain, wise enough to turn it into teaching. You say out loud or inside yourself, I accept the strength. I transmute the pain. I send forward understanding. Behind the circle, shapes of younger men appear. Sons, nephews, future generations not yet born. They watch you quietly. You realize the current that flows through you now continues through them. You are the bridge, past to future, struggle to peace. Breathe once more, feeling that lineage align inside you. Discipline balanced by compassion, courage balanced by gentleness, leadership balanced by listening. You don't have to be perfect to be powerful. You only have to be present. As the circle of men dissolves into light, the field becomes still again. The current remains within you, alive, warm, and calm. Every heartbeat repeats the truth. I honor where I come from. I evolve what I was given. I lead with understanding. You lie back on the grass, watching them shimmer, the stars in the sky, knowing that every man who came before you finally rests a little easier because you choose to grow. The field of ancestors fades into gentle night. You stand among tall pines. Moonlight filters through the branches. A hush fills the forest, and in that hush, you sense someone small nearby. A boy you once were. He steps from behind a tree, cautious, curious. His eyes search yours, wondering if it's safe. You kneel so your gaze meets his level, and you say softly, "Hey there, I see you. You made it." The boy hesitates, then walks closer. You open your arms. When he reaches you, you lift him easily, feeling how light he is and how heavy his silence has been. Behind you, a wooden rocking chair forms out of moonlight. You sit holding him against your chest. The chair begins to move, backward and forward, slow and steady. Your hand pats his back. Each pat, a layer of tension leaves you both. You stroke his hair until he sighs and rests his head on your shoulder. You let him speak in thoughts, memories, feelings, whatever comes. You listen with full attention. Everything he says matters. When he is done, you whisper in return, "You were never the reason he couldn't live out loud. You were never the reason he couldn't love you properly. You were worthy of pride, even when no one said the words. You did nothing wrong by wanting to be seen. Your needs were important, even if they were not met. You are still that same good heart, only wiser now." The boy's breathing slows. You keep rocking back and forth, letting your heartbeat set the rhythm. Each beat delivers reassurance. You are here now. You are the protector you once needed. You tell him, "I've got you now. You're safe with me. Everything you needed to hear, I'll keep saying. You can rest. I'll handle the world from here." The air smells of cedar and rain, warm and clean. The boy begins to glow faintly, the same gold that filled the hall before. The light flows from him into your chest, merging child and adult into one whole being. For a moment, the rocking stops, not because comfort ends, but because integration is complete. You look down. The child is no longer separate. His presence lives behind your ribs, bright, fearless, playful. You whisper a final promise. I'll live with wonder again. I'll lead with kindness. You are free to dream. The forest softens into haze. The rocking chair sways one last time, turning motion into stillness. Your breath matches the rhythm of the night, slow, full, effortless. As you drift towards sleep, you feel the lineage behind you, the child within you, and the life bright and shining ahead of you, all breathing together. And the last thought before sleep is simple and true. I am whole. I am safe. I am loved.